So, after all is said and done, you have to pack before you travel. So, if this is your first time traveling with a toddler, what are some of the things that will help, especially if you're going to Dubai? The first advice I got was if you're traveling with a toddler, especially if you're going to Dubai, this might help you. The first is get a stroller. My friend gave me this advice. When you get to Dubai, the movement is different. You would need to have a stroller for your 2, 3, or 4-year old, and you can decide to buy it before you travel or get it at Dubai. So that was the first thing. We made plans for the stroller, and it was life saving. The second thing you should know is that liquids are not allowed on the flight. However, when you get on the flight, you will be able to request for whatever water you want to take, whether hot or cold. Actually, even during the serving on the flight, you are asked what you want. You could be asked water or juice. You choose the one you want. And the same applies to kids. So if you are going with a toddler and you are worried about their feeding, you can carry your cereal with you when you get on the flight, request for the warm water, and prepare it for them. Mine slept throughout the flight, so there was no need to prepare extra food. And he was more interested in the snacks and the juices. Next, carry sweaters. Now, Dubai is usually cold from November, December, January. I'm not sure about February, but that is what they call the warm winter. It's quite cold, like extremely cold, where you wouldn't need an AC in the room. It's that cold. So you carry enough sweaters, if possible, 5, because you can't wash when you get there. I mean, you wouldn't want to wash. So carry enough sweaters so that when they stain it, you can easily change. The same applies to pajamas. If you are the pajamas kind of person, carry enough because yeah, you find yourself changing very often. Then don't forget their sneakers and socks to keep them warm. The other thing we considered with regard to the food for the toddler was yogurt. And we bought the canned yogurt. I bought like 2 packs so that would be his in between meals whenever we were out. But this boy even didn't bother to eat them. He was just trying to eat whatever we're eating. But I still carried it out whenever we're going. It helped on some occasions. He will eat and then he will sleep. Then also know that when you're traveling with toddlers, you have to also get their yellow card. That was the first thing we did even before applying for the visa. So when you go to the airport, Terminal 3, the departure side, you'll be able to get a yellow fever card done. It comes at a fee, so carry money. And for children and toddlers, carry their birth cert and also their weighing book, the antenatal book. Yeah, it is very important. You take that and you'll use that for the yellow card. I got my injection. It was pain-free, painless. So you need the yellow card even for babies and your kids. Then another tip for traveling with toddlers, if you're going to Dubai, you should consider how often you're going to change. So I carried like extra for the 2.5-year-old because he would just stain his shirt in the course of eating. So what really helped was me having more of the sweaters. So he would eat and then I'll change the shirt if I had to, and even the trousers too. The one thing that also helped us was carrying separate bags for them. They are allowed a certain weight, and Emirates, yeah, I think it was 23 kg, double of that. We got the extra bag. I think it's something they do during December trips. You get extra bag for your stuff. So we separated their things and it was easy for me to just know what I've packed and what I haven't packed. The other advantage of packing separately for them was that when we got there, it was easy to just separate their dirty laundry. So I moved all their unused clothes into one bag and the other bag for all our used clothing, which made it very easy. So you don't mix up dirty things with the clean ones. If you're also traveling with toddlers, this also really helped. As I said before, check in early. Let them play. Let them play. They'll get exhausted and sleep on the flight. Now, when you get to Dubai, at the airport, there are strollers. So even if you don't carry strollers along, when you get to the airport, there are strollers at vantage points. You just put your kid in it and then you move about. Now, if you're also not very familiar with the strollers, our advice is start reading about them, how to use them. Because when we bought ours, my kid literally didn't want to sit in it. Then when he realized that there were other babies in their strollers, he got comfortable. So you just have to be patient for them to adjust and then you can move about. But it's so important. The stroller is so important if you're traveling with toddlers to Dubai. And also know that when you're traveling with toddlers, irrespective of wherever you're going, I would advise you carry their first aid. Their para, always in my bag. Antihistamine, always in my bag. You will never know when they will feel unwell. And also allergies. I do know what was out there. I do know that my kids have a few allergies. So I carried their medication. I wrapped it very well. I carried it. So if you're traveling with toddlers to Dubai, these are some of the things that will help you. And when you are packing, just have that in mind. And also carry along, if possible, enough money, because these kids, they will want everything they see. So carry enough money to buy things for them. I hope this series really helps. And in the next video, I'll talk about the things I loved about Dubai and why I would want to go back again, but this time minus children.